Let's see what sort of people we can muster. So it's going to be a bit tight. I'm just going to have a look individually before I go raising my main force here. Farncrag, you're not worthwhile raising. Dardel, what about you? 50 troops, that's great, thanks for that. 83 troops, not much better. This is, we're looking a little bit poor. Manderfords. You know, at least you can supply some troops. So we've got a fairly decent amount from the northern part of our territory. I'm not going to raise my troops at home. We're going to let them come at us and we'll see exactly what it is they've got. We'll try and get everyone meeting up in Farncrag. Hopefully by that time my allies the Florents and my allies the Red Winds will be able to come over and lend some assistance. They're not going to be able to do anything against Old Town, I wouldn't expect. Thank you, Lord Garth. Much appreciated. And Lord Theodore as well. Ah, I've had to cancel the feast as well, so that's money that I'm never going to get back. So the two main lords have joined us. Unfortunately, every time we call people into war, you can see there, we go down by 25 in the war score. How are they able to lay siege? Oh, great. So, it looks like they're not alone. Lord Wally's of Bandoline has been called into the war. They're going to have quite a lot of men. How are they able? We need to hurry this up because we're in a little bit of trouble. If anyone else joins, we might suffer. Oh, the Red Winds. Thank God for the Red Winds. They've arrived to save the day, it looks like. Let's get these all joined up together. Where is my son? There he is. Not a very even distribution, so we'll get Gerald there. Get yourself down to Dartdale. You guys need to hurry up. So it looks like it's worked out okay for us to actually befriend the Red Winds. Do I have the money? Bloody hell, that's dear. I'm sorry, love. I don't have any money, Elaine. So... sorry. So it's actually a good job we waited, because can you imagine what it would have been like if we'd actually tried to take Farncrag and we tried to take Cornhill and then these guys rose up in rebellion? It wouldn't have been good. So the Red Winds have sent them running, which is excellent. That's exactly what we want. In the meantime, Esme is still harassing me. Oh, this is getting a bit close here. 2,500 of them. Let's get joined up. Hopefully the Red Winds will do the chasing for us. Looks like they've split their forces. That's a bit silly. Let's see if we can catch them. No, we can't. Okay, that being said, well, let's go on over. Let's get some victory, shall we? Can we rebalance? No, not really. That's a little bit better, but we want the majority of our strength in the middle. Yeah, that'll do for now. No point having a flank if it's going to be weak as anything. In fact, while I'm saying that, let's get Norman there. 105, is it really worth putting anyone there? No one of much worth, we'll just go for Banner. You can go there. Or Boehner. So here we go. In the war. Our Red Wind allies, they're coming to assist, although we may not need it. I think we're going to take that. So my grandson, I've got no time and no money for you, because for some reason in the Reach it's so bloody expensive. So sorry mate. You're a bastard anyway. Should have expected that. So water score is about to shoot up hopefully. There we go, up to 84. Let's chase him back to Honeywell and hopefully take this. Elaine needs a guardian. She's actually turned out really well, considering she's had no formal education, but that's where that comes into it, the quick trait. So who've we got we can actually set her up with? You know what, my son's not too bad for that. He's fairly good overall. Have we got anyone else to compete? I don't want to raise her myself, so I'm going to send her over. In fact, what was the stats? Learned, she's pretty even, so I'm going to send her over to probably my son. In fact, balls to that, she's going to Layla. She's going to learn how to get us some more claims, because we're going to need that in the future. It's always nice to have a bit of a backup. God, Old Town is taking a beating if we can. The ongoing civil war has caused both loyal veterans and various adventurers to make their way to Old Town for the muster. Great, 521 men have arrived at Old Town. Excellent, thank you guys. That is some loyalty, I tell you now. So it looks like we're not even going to have to take them out. The loyalty of the Reach has mustered some men who will do it for us. Apologies one moment, I've just spilt my drink. Yeah, so that's alright. Victory. Great. 87 though. That's all we're at. And we need to just take him, pretty much. Revoke his lands if we can. 717. Let's assault it. Get it over. I'm not even going to bother changing commands. You can just be chasing these guys all the way down to Sun House. By that time, the war will probably be over. There we go, so we've got a quick victory there. We're at 100%, let's not drag it out. We'll enforce our demands. Yes, he's beaten. The man himself is in prison, and we're going to go ahead and... Is it worth exiling him? I would love to exile him, but it would increase my tyranny. And look at that already, I'm already getting such a negative from it. So all we can really do is just revoke his title. But his son as well, his son hates us. How about we kidnap him? Or should we just kill him? I'll tell you, we're not going to make any rash decision. This is all under control, so he's going to remain in our dungeons for now. I'm going to say thanks very much to our allies. Special event troops, and bye bye. Right, so that's some more drama over with. So we fulfilled our ambition. Sadly, we never got to have a feast. And we also learnt that my son wasn't too happy about attending the feast. But hey, what can you do? You can't keep everyone happy. So we can banish people. Who's Wallace Blackbar? Oh, it's the Lord of Bandillan. So what would he actually be worth? 70 gold. And what's your opinion of me? Perhaps we could get this one on side. Yes, we're going to do that. We're going to go ahead and ransom him off. Oh, I've lost the trait. Temperate. There we go. So now, Lord of Blackbar has got an okay opinion of me. He actually appreciates the fact that I crushed his own revolt. Okay, maybe that's just a respectful thing, but they are considering me still dishonourable, which I don't like, and there's not a lot I can do about the tyrant thing right now. Perhaps what we can do Would this man be open to... No, I'm not going to spend money. It'll actually cost too much for him. He's fine where he is right now. It's just a question of what to do with a certain B-man. And for now, he's going to rot in the dungeons. So that's what we're going to do. Somerset and Hornhill, they're our next targets. So the question is what to do with them. Now Somerset itself is still fairly weak. We should be able to take that quickly. Hornhill, I doubt we can do that. We have to be careful because we can't keep asking our allies to join us in these wars. Only because it's just going to affect their relationships with us too much. So we're not going to bother. We should be able to take Somerset quite quickly. It's just a shame. He will actually join us. Well, that's a good job I checked before I went straight into war. Fantastic. Come on down. Esme, you really need to leave me alone. I'm declining again. It's like the 4th time in a year. Bloody women. So let's do what we said we were going to do, and then I forgot. We're going to sow some dissent. We'll put that down there. Hopefully that's going to mess with her a little bit. Yeah, there's not too much they can do right now. So really, we just need to start messing things up. So Highgarden, what have we got? We've got the High Lordship, which is perfectly fine. Plenty of lands going on there. They should join us straight away in Somerset. And then we'll put our full attention onto the Tarleys. So he's joined us, not with a great opinion, but he has joined us nonetheless. Hornhill, I very much doubt that you will join us. So we're going to go ahead and do a de jure claim on Hornhill. Before we do, these should be fairly easy because most of their men should be off. They do have quite a large garrison though. So let's go ahead, do the Hornhill, try and take them as well, and that will pretty much consolidate the south of the Reach. Not too bad at all. Oh, I don't have a... What? That's a bit strange. Well done, Quinton, picking that up. Have you sworn? Ah, he's sworn to Esme. Ah. So the war has subsided for now. Can we do anything? No, we can't. So it looks like we're going to have to get ourselves a claim. Layla's still in Smallwood. It's going to be difficult to do all of this at once. Have we still got young children? Just Elaine. Right, so the question is, where from here? I mean, Westbrook is fairly populous, but maybe it's better if we just concentrate on Bardholm, Hornhill, maybe Yelshire. I don't like Yelshire though. Maybe just these two regions. Pretty much we're just trying to make her as weak as we can. For those of you thinking about possibly doing an independence war, look at that, we're not even going to attempt it right now. We could start a faction, but as you can see, we don't have a lot of things we can do. Elective succession isn't going to get us anywhere. We can do a couple of things for the different princes, still not going to do that, or we can depose the queen in favour of someone else, but not me. My liege, I wish to intercede on behalf of one of your prisoners, Lord Norman de Laughing Bee. Surely a show of mercy would please all your vassals. Your faithful lord, Wallis of Banderlan. So, diplomacy, explain why I cannot. The option is available due to your high diplomacy skill. So, he stays in prison, but I managed to explain it. I can either go absolutely not, gain 5 tyranny, or say very well and get nothing. So, we're going to use our diplomacy. He's just going to stay, and he's going to rot in the dungeon, as we said. Elaine's proving most... loss of 1 intrigue rod on Elaine. Now that we're in a bit more of a position, look what we can do. We've got some options. We've got 3 princes. We've got a Dornish, we've got a Stark, and we've got a Dundaran. Or we could even cement it and join the Reach. However, it's not what I want to really do right now. Let's have a quick look at Quinton, I believe it was. So Quinton's over here in Sunspear, and he's actually the direct heir. I'm debating that. We could have a look at the Stormlands, but it looks like the Stormlands are already creating enough havoc with them themselves. I'm not even going to bother with the Stormlands. Our other option would be going for a Prince of the Reach. Prince of the Reach would give us something that the others don't, and that would be a claim we can push. Push a claim, get him into things, into power. They can have kids, and then Bob's your uncle. Unfortunately, I don't want that. I don't want any of my children touching any member of the Gardeners. So for the sake of that, she's going to go ahead and marry a Dornishman. They'll take it as well, fantastic. We don't need to do matrimonial. But that gives us a very powerful ally who are right next door to us. Fantastic. Exactly what I want. So with that for now, I'm just going to leave things off here as we've started. Thanks for sticking with the series, and I appreciate all your comments and all your likes. Cheers.